Friends, welcome to Techie Test channel. In this video, I'm going to explain the differences between Cucumber and TestNG frameworks. In today's automation world, we have two major different frameworks. One is Cucumber and the other one is TestNG. So in this video, we'll try to understand when to use Cucumber and when to use TestNG and the advantages and disadvantages with these two frameworks. Let's get started. When to go for Cucumber. So in your project, suppose if there is a BDD approach, if you are following, then it is recommended to use Cucumber, because in BDD approach you will be having scenario based approach and the acceptance criteria will be provided by the business. So to test that, the business will provide you the scenarios in Gherkin language, which is in the form of given, when, then, and based on that you will have to create your tests. And suppose if you are using Agile methodology in your project, if you are following Agile methodology, then you have to use Cucumber framework. And if there is a requirement that in your project, if your client or developer or any non-technical people want to track or understand the progress of the functionality what you are automating, then you have to use Cucumber, because in Cucumber you will be having the feature file which contains the scenarios in the form of Gherkin. So they'll be able to understand what you are doing in your test scripts. So that Gherkin language is in the form of English, so everybody will be able to understand that. When to go for TestNG. So it is basically used in stational testing processes. Before this BDD came in, we had the waterfall model, and in that so it's like a normal traditional process where you will be having the requirement, and based on the requirements there will be test cases created by the manual testing team, and we'll be automating those test cases. So in that situation, TestNG is highly recommended. And not only that, even this can be used in other methodologies as well. We can customize this TestNG framework and we can use that wherever we require. And this TestNG doesn't contain any Gherkin language, and which is in the form of English, so only technical people will understand that, because we'll be creating TestNG test methods, and those can be understandable by only the technical people. Only developer or automation tester can able to understand that. Let's see the advantages and disadvantages of Cucumber and TestNG. Yeah, as I said, business people, developers or management or anyone will be able to understand this, because you will be having a front facing Gherkin language in English language, so everyone will be able to understand this. And we can run features or scenarios from runner class with various options. So if we have a scenarios or feature files, so we'll have to execute that, right? So that we can execute from the runner class. Implementation wise, we'll be having additional feature file in Gherkin language, so it might consume more time, because in TestNG we won't be having this feature file, so we'll be directly writing the annotations, and there we'll start directly coding. But since we have this feature file, we'll have to create stub definition for this, and from there we'll have to call the reusable page object methods. See, in TestNG, only developers and automation testers can understand the implementation, and for execution wise we can make use of the TestNG XML, where we'll be having different features, which classes we want to execute, which methods we want to execute, and which tests we want to execute. Everything we can mention there, and we can execute that. And also to execute batch execution also, this will be helpful, like running multiple test cases, even hundreds of test cases we can execute from the TestNG XML. And implementation wise, we can directly write TestNG annotations and start coding, so it will be much faster compared to Cucumber. You won't be depending upon any other feature file or any other additional file, so it would be little easier for the tester. But on a whole, for everyone, Cucumber would be useful, because everyone, all the other project stakeholders will be able to understand what you are doing. So nowadays people are using Cucumber more with this advantage. That's it from the topic. And I'll be sharing you the content related to all these automation using Selenium. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.